Remember that the David Pakman Show is mostly funded by members who sign up at joinpakman.com. It's cheap, it's quick, it's easy, and you get access to the world famous award-winning bonus show. Okay, yeah, I mean, there are awards we give out, but still awards nonetheless. Grab a membership at joinpakman.com today, our primary source of revenue. It is really not a good week for Donald Trump. The UK's Channel 4 has released a bombshell investigation exposing that in 2016, the Trump campaign actually had a specific strategy to prevent black people from voting. Now, remember that publicly in 2016, Trump was sort of paying lip service to how much he loves black people. Where's my African American? He said a couple times during rallies, saying he's going to do so well with black voters. But privately, they knew that black voters were going to go overwhelmingly for Hillary Clinton. And rather than trying to convince black voters to vote for Trump, what they did was to try to keep black voters from voting altogether. And the Channel 4 investigation, really well done, exposes exactly how they did this. And there's really a lot to go through here. This was done through social media targeting with very detailed analytics. The Trump campaign had 3.5 million black Americans in their database of about 200 million voters. And they categorized those black Americans overwhelmingly under what was called a deterrence campaign, meaning deter folks from voting. That's what the deterrence category was. People that the campaign hopes do not vote. So, for example, in Georgia, despite black voters, black Americans making up 32% of the Georgia population, they were 61% of the deterrence category. In North Carolina, black people are 22% of the population, but they were 46% of the deterrence category. Similar numbers in Wisconsin and in other places. There were also Hispanic and Asian Americans disproportionately in these deterrence campaigns. And meanwhile, the Get Out the Vote campaigns were disproportionately white voters. And indeed, we can't say it was specifically because of this, but certainly it played a role. Black turnout fell in 2016 for the first time in 20 years. The way they worked these campaigns included, for example, using highly produced videos containing clips of Hillary Clinton using the term super predator and showing those to the deterrence group, along with other tactics. And again, the idea being dissuade black voters from voting at all. They know that Trump's not going to do well with the black voters. Try to get black voters to say, I don't know that I want to go out and vote for Hillary, and try to simply keep them home. So there are a few things to discuss here. First of all, it's shocking to see it done so brazenly, but it makes sense that the Trump campaign would try to deter black people from voting. Let's just be very, very real here. The Trump campaign didn't make sense for black voters or Latino voters or others because their policies were not going to be good for those groups, plain and simple. So Hillary Clinton won the black vote 89-8 in 2016. And Donald Trump's campaign identified that if you can keep a group that is going to skew so heavily in favor of Hillary Clinton at home, it's good for you. So it's not surprising from a mathematical perspective. If you were Trump's campaign publicly, of course you say, yes, black Americans, vote for Trump. We're going to make it great for everybody. It's going to be fantastic. Privately, you know they're not going to vote for you, and you're better off just trying to keep them home. So it is a rational strategy given the numbers and the data. Second, remember that the social media platforms are a huge part of this. Facebook allowed this to be done. And indeed, Channel 4, as part of their investigation, went to Facebook and said, do you have a comment on this? And Facebook said, listen, we've changed things since 2016, which is a way of saying, yeah, it happened in 2016 and we allowed it to happen. They said, we now have 35,000 people working to ensure the integrity of our platform. We now have rules that prohibit campaigns that are trying to suppress the vote. So they are conceding that this happened and that this took place. So the platforms that allow this stuff are a big part of the story, in addition to a Republican platform that is completely unappealing to black voters, and black voters accurately determine that. But then there's a third part, which is Trump's doing this again this year. It's not being done in the exact same way, but with voter purges in disproportionately black areas, with fear campaigns, with intimidation tactics, talking about, Democrat-run urban areas and cities are going to have police on election day and we're going to be monitoring and blah, blah, blah. The goal is the same, although the tactics are different. We can't let them win with it. I predict very high turnout from black voters this time around. Whether that will lead to a Joe Biden electoral victory, well, we've got to go out and vote. You know that. One of our sponsors today is Surfshark, which is a premium VPN service. They're giving my audience 83% off a 2-year plan plus 3 extra months for free, which all comes out to about $2 a month. And if you're not already using a VPN service, you really are opening yourself up to internet service providers logging and selling your internet history, tech companies tracking what you do online, even government surveillance. Surfshark is a VPN that helps protect you from all of those things by hiding your IP address when you're browsing online. Comes with a bunch of other great features. It's a company you can actually trust with your privacy. And you can install Surfshark VPN on unlimited devices. They never keep logs of your internet activity. And you can even use it to stream shows and movies that are only available in other countries. Surfshark is giving my audience 83% off a 2-year plan plus 3 extra months free. So that comes out to just about $2 a month, which is almost nothing relative to the peace of mind you will have while browsing online. Just go to surfshark.deals/Pakman. I've put the link underneath this video, and make sure to use the coupon code Pakman.